How do you cultivate that heart of a servant leader? Number one. In fact, I'll give you 7 of them, if you like. You don't like, I'll give you 5. Okay. Number one, be kind, but not weak. Being kind does not mean that you are weak when you are a servant leader. You are strong. Being kind is not weak. Don't confuse kindness with weakness. Number 2, learn to be bold, but not a bully. There's a difference. Be bold, but don't be a bully. Don't bully people. But be bold like Jesus, who went into the temple one day and found guys doing business there and took a whip, and he was bold enough to whip them out. You know what I'm talking about? Number 3, be humble, but not timid. Number 4, learn to be strong, but not rude. Number 5, learn how to give other people recognition until you don't deserve it. You don't deserve it yourself. You don't need it. You give people recognition until you don't need it yourself. And number 6, do I give you number 6? As a servant leader, you must solve problems and produce results. Results is the real measure of what you administer as a servant leader. So you must solve problems and produce results. And number 7, the last one. You must set priorities and determine directions. If you can begin to practice that, you will begin to cultivate the heart of a servant leader. And after you have done all that, even when you see God blessing you and lift you up, you will remember what we read in the Bible of the donkey that Jesus was riding on his way to Jerusalem. People were throwing their clothes and leaves there. It's not the donkey they were doing that for. They were doing it for the master who was riding on the donkey. So when you see all these wonderful things that will come to you, because they will, you should remember that I was only seeking to serve God, and all these things came over to me. Luke 17. Let's look at the book of Luke 17, verse 10. Luke 17, verse 10. I read this verse, it mesmerized me. In the same way, maybe you need to read BO before that, but I don't want to do that now, but I would like you to do that when you're doing your Bible study. In the same way, when you obey me, you should say, we are unworthy servants who have simply done our duty. That's what Jesus said. After you have done everything, you should go out saying, after all, I am just an unworthy servant. I just did my job. I just did my duty.